So my unicorn is ready.
Yeah, I forgot about that background. I love it.
Okay, stream is up.
I'll just wait a couple minutes.
All right, looks like the trickling of people has slowed down enough. You want to get started? No, as soon as I say that, more people join. All right, Sergey, you there? There we go. Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for attending. Welcome to the AMA with the 1inch team. So, today we've got Sergey and Jessica from their side. Sergey is one of the co-founders. This is the first time we've ever had 1inch sponsor one of our events, but definitely not one of the first time we've seen 1inch at one of our events. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Yeah, really excited to be working with them in such a big way for the first time, and to have them kind of go full cycle from project to sponsor. So we're 100% going to be talking about this for most of the things, so I don't want to spoil it too much. But yeah, big thank you for everybody who's here, and big thank you for taking the time, Sergey, to chat with us. Looking forward to it.
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Awesome. So yeah, maybe we jump into it. I normally like to kind of talk a little bit about sort of the beginning time, so before the kind of current thing you're working on. So would love to kind of get a sense of what were you doing before you started 1inch, and sort of what were you sort of thinking about, what kind of problems or kind of what led up to the founding of 1inch. And we could talk about the founding in a minute, but kind of curious about the stuff that happened before.
So what we did before we founded with my co-founder is we had an own channel on YouTube, and what we did was security audits on live streams. We just discovered new smart contracts where a lot of people put a lot of money. It was back in 2018, and it was most of these smart contracts were scams. We tried to explain to people they shouldn't invest in such a scam. we discovered backdoors and bugs in such smart contracts and show it publicly. We teach the people to read the code, to not trust it just because it is just a smart contract. So you should understand that it's dangerous to put money into not audited smart contracts.
Totally, yeah. So that was when you guys were working on the Cryptomaniacs channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time we met obviously was at an ETH Global event. So maybe I'm kind of curious about sort of when did you first hear about these hackathons, the series of events, and what was your first one that you attended?
So I heard from ETH Global from Anton, and he actually is a kind of old hacker guy who participated multiple times already in Russia. He won like 50K overnight on one of those hackathons. And yeah, one day back in 2018, he asked me, may I would join a trip to Singapore. So ETH Singapore. It was great. So we had a really long flight, but it was really great. So we just won 3 sponsor prizes and found out that, oh shit, we can do it every month. Participate on every ETH Global Hackathon and just try to get a bounty. And it was really that we participated every month on ETH Global Hackathon around the globe. And I stopped count all the hackathons which we participated, and it was not about money. It was like about the fun and the experience. Yeah, we learned a lot from the hackathons, how to deliver fast and really high quality, how to pitch. Yeah, and based on this experience, we were able to build our startup. So from my point of view.
Awesome. So yeah, so Singapore was your first one. I remember that event was fantastic. I mean, it was we had like unlimited beer everywhere, which was pretty awesome, and it was just like I mean, a really great environment, even though it was a bit of a smaller event. It was awesome. So okay, so then we did a whole bunch of other ones in between, and then I'm getting to the most kind of relevant one, which was ETH New York. So Singapore was I think December of 2018. And then ETH New York, the first one was in May of 2019. So not that long after, only about 5 months. So of course, New York is where kind of the idea and kind of the birth of 1inch protocol was. So we'll have to kind of talk about sort of what that experience was like, building that project. And I guess, did you always know that this was going to be a big thing? Was it just a fun thing you were building? And what was that experience like?
So we actually didn't really know what we should build on ETH New York. Normally what we do, our approach was to just come to the hackathon, fill the hackathon, speak with everyone and with every sponsor, and then we thought what we can build. Yeah. So in New York, I was speaking with Vitalik a little bit, with Hayden Adams, and I shared the idea which I got about kind of the app which would offer you all the different DEXs, so you shouldn't waste your time to find the best price. And then in the middle of the hackathon, we found out with Anton that we can actually use the approaches from arbitrage trading, which we implemented in our arbitrage board. We were playing like month before with really very efficient arbitrage board. And we used the gas token there, and we implemented own logic to discover all the liquidity. And on the hackathon, we thought, oh, why not also split among all the DEXs? At the end, combine all the small liquidity pools into a single one and provide the best price. Because if you swap more, you get worse price. If you swap a little bit everywhere, then you have better price. So,
right.
And yeah, I didn't sleep over 2 nights. So I wake up at Friday morning, and on Sunday, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. I was in bed, and in the between we didn't sleep. It was crazy. So at the end, I lost my orientation already, but I was able to pitch, and it was actually okay, but not my best pitches. I had to pitch to 2 teams, and one team was really amused. The other team didn't understand, I guess because of my bad English. And we actually won only $300 from ENS. I was happy that I was able to pay for my airplane ticket. Yeah, and 1inch was born. We actually solved a problem. We found it out after the hackathon that we really solved the problem. And yeah, we just continue to work on that. Yeah.
Awesome. No, I think that's it's a great story. I remember, I think maybe around 1 or 2 a.m. on like maybe the Saturday night, you explaining to me like what you had been building, and I remember being like, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but like best of luck. And I mean, it's funny that you even note, especially that like 1inch, despite being this massive platform and what it is now, like it didn't actually win the event, right? It wasn't one of the finalists, and I think that goes to show that even if you do build something that isn't maybe one of the finalist projects, doesn't mean it won't be successful long term, right? I mean, it's those prizes are sort of in a way pretty arbitrary. So really it's about continuing to work on the problem, right? And then I think kind of afterwards, I don't know if this is necessarily true or not, but I know you kept coming back to these events, and I think I saw you in Boston and a couple other events. So were you sort of iterating on sort of the 1inch idea at events still, and sort of like how did you know to carry on this idea rather than some of the other things you'd worked on?
So actually, yeah, we continue to participate on the hackathons, and because we had also other ideas. So in South Africa, we have built a decentralized streaming platform with micropayments with RAID networks. So you had to pay for each kilobyte, and if you best quality, you pay a lot. So and we had some other things like GDI and some other. But this was like something what we just wanted to build. We had the idea, and it was like funny and it was cool. And in parallel, we had 1inch, and we we had normal jobs, yeah, until early this year or summer this year. And we were working in the nights on 1inch just to improve that, because we have seen we got feedback from the community I love the Ethereum community because it's next year to you, like it's almost everywhere, and we got direct feedback that, oh, it's a cool thing, yeah. Some of the users started to use that. We saw some traffic, and we started to improve that because all the users started to use it. Yeah, and it was great.
Awesome. And then, yeah, I would love to kind of talk about sort of the users starting to use it, right? Like, there was definitely a period where all of a sudden, I think, one of the nice things about your experience also has been that, I think it's kind of been like a very gradual sort of approach, but then it got kind of crazy for a while, right? I'd love to kind of know, like, as you were going through the crazy part and hundreds of millions of dollars been going through kind of the 1inch protocol, like, what was that like? Was that, exciting? Was it terrifying? Was it like, were you building new things as fast as you could? Like, what was that period of time like? And I mean, you're really much still in that period of time, but I guess kind of very curious about what it's like to work on a protocol that's been so successful so quickly.
Yeah, that's the direction from my side and Anton was like, we waked up and have seen a lot of volume, and it was crazy. Yeah, like overnight we got much more volume, and then next day much more and more. Every week we doubled our volume. Every month we doubled this our volume, and it's like it's unbelievable in the first hours, first days. but then you recognize that it's cool, it's there, and I wish to keep it, and I wish to improve that what we do, and also deliver a best user experience, and yeah, this is it's a good feeling. I would say it's a good feeling.
Cool. Awesome. And then I kind of want to talk about one last hackathon related thing, which was what you guys built at Hack Money, right? The Chi token, right? In May of this year. I guess, you know, at that point, 1inch had still been, you know, doing really, really well, like doubling volume all the time. Like it was crazy at that point already, right? And yet you still decided to attend the hackathon and build something you know, like for the event. I mean, maybe just kind of would love to know a little bit about why you love doing these hackathons so much, right? I mean, it seems like I think you and Anton in particular are probably our like biggest building supporters. What's sort of like, what's your big draw for these events? Like, why is it so important to you that you attend and create something cool every time?
Yeah, this is the feeling which you get when you not sleep like 2 days at one piece, and you deliver a MVP, yeah, in the best case, and you pitch that and you present your idea, and in a traditional like world, in different software companies, if you have an idea, you have like months, maybe like almost a year to implement a almost working solution. And here you deliver very fast. You have to be very efficient, yeah. And the competition feeling, yeah, that there are also other people who compete with you for those sponsor prizes and also main prize. Our main goal was to get at least one Ethereum global main stage prize. We were really working very hard to get it. So we needed like 8 months to just get the first Ethereum global main prize. Yeah, just most of the reasons the feeling, yeah, the competition feeling, and we keep it here and what we do right now. So we are well funded, and but still I don't sleep like also it happens that I don't sleep days here and have to deliver also with my guys together, and yeah, almost all our guys, also hackathon guys, also Ethereum global winners and so on. We love to be hackers and builders.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you did eventually win as a finalist, and I was very excited for you. And that was just a great thing. And yeah, I guess I think one question that comes to mind is I'd love to kind of get your take on how important user experience is in DeFi, especially, and within crypto. I mean, I remember, I think, joking with you at one of the events that you're the only app that ever goes, like, is ever presented that has a dark mode switch on it, right? Like that is like one of the most important pieces that you put into it every time, just to make sure dark mode is available. I'd love to kind of talk about sort of what your thoughts are on user experience and how important that is, and you know, maybe some of the decisions that 1inch makes in that regard that you think is helpful towards its success.
Yeah, my first steps in Ethereum, they were really terrible based on the user experience. I didn't understand what the fuck is MetaMask and what should I do with that? How should it work? So I had the luck that I had Anton also in a development. So I'm a software engineer, software architect since 15 years, like 15 years professional experience. I didn't see never such an approach with this Web3 and so on, but it was really interesting. And yeah, and it's it was like, okay, I see here is really no user experience, almost no. So, and we want also to improve that. So I was also, our UIs improved by the time. And first it was really terrible, and then we improved that and improved that. And this dark mode, so no one used this dark mode, and I like this dark mode thing, and we introduced it in 1 inch, and I use it everywhere on every hackathon, so just because it's, yeah, it looks better. And yeah, we tried also to improve the UI, and yeah, and you see there are a lot of projects now have really great UI and also improve the space. Yeah, and we hope to get more users on board.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, I think, you know, I agree. Like the UI aspect in particular, I think is very important. And I feel like 1 inch was like one of the, like, you've always been very focused on making sure that the use of the product makes sense, that things just make sense from the get-go and that are well communicated. And I think that's, you know, really important. And just want to highlight that about kind of all the projects I've ever seen you build, no matter if it was built in 24 hours or 1 inch over now many months, like it's always been sort of, you know, very well UI'd and then with like really great process. So yeah, just wanted to highlight that. Okay, looks like there was a question from the audience from Valava on YouTube. She asks, Sergey, any words of wisdom for people wanting to build, I assume that means on ETH or in the Ethereum space? What helped you figure out which direction to go with 1 inch?
Yeah, which so what how we came to all the ideas is actually we initially, yeah, we started to build 1 inch, for example, for us. Yeah, like Anton said multiple times, it's really terrible. I have here like 100 Ether to swap, and it's really terrible to find a place where I get the best rate. And we actually built it for us, and at the end it was like for everyone. So, and the first part of the question I didn't get it. And it was wisdom for PPL to build something. What it means?
Yeah, I think it's similar to what you just described, which is, you know, build something that that you want to build, that you want to use, right?
That would yeah, that's exactly that. What you would use. Yeah. So if you build something, give your friend if you work together with a co-founder, for example, like I am with Anton. So give your co-founder to test it, to use that, and you will get a lot of feedback. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get your friends, get your co-founder, get everybody to give it a try. Exactly. Cool. Looks like there's another question, which is, are you participating in the current hackathon?
As a sponsor, yes.
As a sponsor, yeah, exactly. And have you seen any of the current projects already? And if so, like, what are your impressions?
So I have seen only one project, but I didn't dive deep into it. I had really less time, but I will take time very soon to discover everything what was built. I hope there are a lot of projects who use our APIs or smart contracts. So we love to see more people building on top of money Legos. What we produce is not an ecosystem, not closed thing. We actually produce money Legos, and feel free to use it and benefit from that. Yeah.
Definitely. What about maybe a flip to that question? If you were able to participate as a hacker, what do you think you would be building for this event?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's difficult to answer right now. I would. So I had the idea also already on Singapore, here in Singapore, to write a decentralized chat. So based on okay, of course the status there, yeah, but it feels like closed system, yeah. I would love to build really similar to Money Lego, also like a component which can be used everywhere, and this is like decentralized chat system. Just
yeah, that's an idea for sure. Okay, cool. Another question from YouTube. Did you meet your co-founder Anton at a hackathon, or I guess how did you meet before?
I was introduced to Anton from a common friend. He a good friend of Anton. They moved to Germany, where I'm from, and to the city. And I met him through my wife, and his wife had contact, and we met some days. And I was trying to talk with him about crypto, about Ethereum, and some other kinds, and they said, I am not really interested, but I have a friend. He talks to me similar like you do, and they talk all the time about crypto. So I will introduce you. So, and we didn't speak with Anton a lot, just wrote a little bit, and like a half year later, they joined my YouTube stream about the audit. I actually started by myself to just discover and try to decompile some smart contracts. And he joined, and after that we didn't leave YouTube for like half a year. Almost every day a security audit. So we did more than 100 security audits and live streams over 2-3 hours.
Wow. Yeah, it was that video is that channel was very prolific, and I remember you guys recording like during all of our different events as well.
Yeah, I have some videos from New York, so we can use this for a documentary movie.
Exactly.
Someday. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, cool. And then let me see, I guess maybe one last question from my end, and then we'll see if anybody else has any last questions. But you know, Thursday is going to be the deadline for this event. So I guess this would be typically when you start your project. But for everybody who's going to be kind of finishing their projects on Thursday, what advice would you have for kind of people that are looking to continue, right? You know, basically, you know, should they continue? Who should they talk to? Like, what advice would you give to basically somebody who's in your position who, you know, built some kind of 1-inch thing of their own, and are thinking about, you know, whether or not they should keep building it?
So I can say keep working, yeah, keep going, and improve what you have built, and try to get in touch with the community. Yeah. It's not about to bring someone to shill your project. It's more about to present it, show it, pitch it, and keep working on that. And of course, I know how difficult it is. Yeah, in the last 15 years, what I did, I had my normal job, and I had my own company where I was. Like it was like a sandbox. Like after 9 p.m. until 12, I was working on something. I was trying something, yeah, and yeah, and the last 12 months was really hard for us. Really less sleep. I had to perform on a normal job. I had also to perform in my side project. But if you keep working, you will have success for sure.
Awesome, great, and congrats on, you know, being able to take that side project and make it the full-time thing. I mean, that's the dream, right? That's the goal.
Yeah, that's really the dream. Yeah, it's still unbelievable for us to
awesome.
live the dream. Yeah, and
now we're really excited for you over on the ETH Global side. So congrats. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for super organized and yeah, very helpful events. Yeah, not just for networking, also for personal growth, like also skills and development and everything. Yeah, every event around the globe was really great, organized and well done, with great people. and the community is awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it really comes down to the community and being able to have smart people anywhere and people who want to build. So can't do it without everybody else on this call. So awesome. Maybe we'll wrap it up here. It was great chatting again. Good to see you again. And of course, a big thank you to 1inch, both for Sergej for coming here for the conversation, and of course as a sponsor. It is there is a very small club of companies who have started at a global event and then have then sponsored an event. So we're really, like I said, excited for you guys to be able to do that, and look forward to seeing continued success for everything that you're working on.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, thanks everybody, and catch you on Discord.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.